Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new middle of the day market update, in which I wanted to talk about some things. Now, I just recorded two other videos, so my voice is a little bit, well, not gone, but my mouth is a bit dry, so hopefully you don't mind. But in this video, hopefully you're still having a decent weekend, because the market obviously is not. But I kind of wanted to talk about next week, my thoughts on the market right now, my thoughts on Bitcoin, what needs to happen, can we still stay bullish here, or are we dropping back down into the support level at 93,000? We'll talk about that, so let's get, we'll talk about some fundamentals as well, altcoins in general, and some of the outperforming altcoins today. So yeah, let's get right into it, and hopefully it's valuable for all of you. So first of all, looking at Bitcoin right now, look, the thing is, we have on the 12-hour time frame now had a bearish breakdown, right? I mean, the main support level that, in my opinion, needed to hold was that level at 101,000, and you can see we broke down below that. We also retested the 50 EMA, that red line right here. So purely technically, yes, we are bearish, all right? And I would say, I mean, and this is the truth, I think at least, if we are not able to reclaim this level right here at 101,500 even, we're going down, all right? And at this point of time, talking about the fundamentals and talking about my general expectation about the markets, I will very closely watch the opening for the dollar strength index and the stock markets. I want to see how they react, and if it's an overreaction, yes or no. And then based on that, I will keep you updated, and I'll make a judgment as to whether I think this is a real breakdown, which at least technically it does look like a real breakdown, which would indicate the next price target is 93,000, or that this is a fake breakdown. But that very much just depends on how the fundamentals develop, right? So dollar strength index, stock markets, and then some others. No, I think those are by far the most important ones. And then just the development on this whole tariff situation. All right, will we actually see a trade war come to existence, or can they kind of can they talk it out, which would obviously be much more bullish for the markets on the short term at least. So that's what we'll have to see, and that's also what matters for Bitcoin right now. Like I said, as it stands, I would assume that this is the most likely scenario, all right? Unless we get some sort of change in direction with these tariffs, or unless we get some sort of an overreaction confirmation by the market tomorrow, which I cannot say right now. So obviously, therefore, I would say it's most likely we'll drop down lower here. But those are my thoughts on Bitcoin, and kind of, well, talking about the market. I mean, the Bitcoin dominance is still quite bullish. So I would I'd be careful with altcoins, especially given the fact that, in my opinion, like the total three, so altcoins are bouncing a bit here, but I think that the major support is still a bit lower. So that would also be an indication that altcoins can still drop down a bit lower. Over the last hour, altcoins have started to perform a little bit better, but this, like a spaghetti chart like this, always gives a bit of a false image, because yes, altcoins have moved up a bit here, and Bitcoin is underperforming. But for the majority of the last 2 days, that has been the opposite, right? So talking about altcoins right now, I think some of the stronger altcoins actually still look fine. Something like BitTensor, for example, at strong support. I would assume that this support will hold. Same thing for Solana with the support between 200 and 180. I think, well, Sui not so much, but something like Litecoin is also still holding up well. I think XRP is holding up well. It dropped down into that level at 2.75. We might spike down with XRP. We might spike down into 2.7, 2.65. But like, some altcoins are bleeding a lot. The strong altcoins still actually do look fine, in my opinion. All right, so then we're talking about the ones I just mentioned. Something like Hyperliquid is also still looking fine, in my opinion. Something like Link is still looking fine. So it's not all bad out there. You just have to kind of focus on the stronger altcoins. And then intraday, if you want to do some intraday trading, there's some opportunities as well, but then you mainly have to take a look at volume, right? So when we're taking a look at the markets right now, there's not too much, to be completely honest with you. There's actually not much. ARPA was quite strong, but it's a bit of a scam coin. So no, I mean, to end this video, to give you my thoughts, the main thing I would do is find those stronger altcoins that are actually still holding up well and are kind of consolidating. So another example of that would be Hedera. I mean, Hedera is in no shape or form on the daily time frame bearish. On the short term, yes, it is, but long term, no. So find those. Keep an eye on Bitcoin, keep an eye on the fundamentals, and if we actually get some sort of indication that this is the bottom, which at this moment we do not have, then you can start to scale back in. But until then, I'd be careful. Those are my thoughts. That's sort of thing you need to know. So if you do have any questions, of course, let me know down in the comments. Yeah, have a great rest of your Sunday. Take care and bye.